So today marks the day of a decade of Undertale, and you might be wondering why the fuck am I making this? I haven't played it. That's because I've watched a playthrough of it. No, I'm not trolling. I literally did. I watched Jacksepticeye play it. And it was really good. I was honestly surprised because at the time, and I still feel the same actually, I don't have the confidence to play difficult games, and it does make me lose sense of, well, reality, but also just gaming in general. Like what it's actually about, and trying to look past all the issues to see quality is very difficult. So I'd rather watch someone go through that as opposed to myself, where I can end up getting extremely depressed. And yeah, I won't go into the other stuff, but it's awful. And Undertale was random for me because I was just thinking, like, well, people keep talking about it, and I like the music anyway. It's the music I've heard from it, I think. I can't remember which came first. Is either the music or the game? I think it was the music because I was listening to like Family Jewels covers and Richard E.B. covers too, and it got me interested because I really liked the music. It sounded great from, say, a game perspective, like the original. So I looked into it and I found Jacksepticeye played it, and that was a great playthrough because he played through it twice, and it's good. So yeah, I think it's great that this game exists because it showed you that you don't need something with fancy graphics or over the top visuals or anything like that. It showed you that pixelated games and even the old sort of RPG style still exist, and it's great to see that swing, even though I'm not directly a fan of this genre of type of game even. Other than Bullet Hells, and believe it or not, I don't play Bullet Hells either, even though I like Toho, so that's a different story really. But Undertale was a special game back then, and it still is somewhat now. Although I watched it many years later, I think it was like 2019 or 2018, let's say, and I've enjoyed it for years. And I don't really expect to like it, that's a weird thing. It's like, okay, I'll give this a few tries and see if there's anything good about it. It doesn't look interesting. But the moment I saw that tutorial part, a tutorial that she holds your hand, I was like, okay, I see where this is going. And that was the start of a journey, really. And it ended up being a great game from the playthrough I've seen. Jacksepticeye provided a great commentary and reading out of dialogue. It was a wonderful journey, really, going through that and seeing all the different things that can happen and so the different interactions. I think one of the things I most enjoyed about it was just how you can interact with so many different NPCs and find something new each time, and depending on how you did it as well. It's fascinating. I hadn't really seen any other game do that except for The Witcher 3. And even then, like, it sort of pales in comparison. Not The Witcher 3, I mean, pales. But it's like, the game is so detailed and it's almost unnecessarily so. Like, it feels too good to be true. It's actually nuts. Because of that, I've felt a great appreciation for the game and great respect as well. Because there wasn't really another game like this, to be honest. I don't think this is either, anyway. At least at the time there wasn't a game like it, and there probably are clones of it now, but still. It's still a wonderful game. There's so many different secrets and dialogue and stuff. And I also like the characters, believe it or not. They're quite Frisk. Yeah, Frisk. Just trying to remember the name. And Toriel was great. Undyne's pretty cool. Alphys too. Also the fact that a lesbian couple was kind of ahead of its time to an extent. I mean, it's more normal that people see lesbians in a positive way than anyone else because, yeah, people unfortunately fetishise that. Either way, it's good. the representation is pretty good too. Different races. There's also that monster kid, I remember. So yeah, it's just like it's good. I'm trying to think what else there was. The soundtrack. Oh god, the soundtrack is so fucking good. You know, it might be copies of other tracks. I know that Megalovania is based on. Is it Earthbound? I forgot what it's called. Earthbound. I can't remember the name, but it's like a song from that. It's like a Doctor Evil villain theme. It's genuinely fascinating. But also just like the various nods to like other music and that, like there were motifs, I think. But there was also something like the Asgard theme, which is always embedded in my memory because it sounds a bit sort of like Toho, and so did the. Is it Hammer? Sword of Justice? That was it. Let's call it Hammer of Justice, that's Deltarune. But the Sword of Justice was amazing. It's like the most Toho track I've heard in a while. Or Tohu. Lahi. Does anybody know that? But Toho, yeah, it has some great nods to that, and it genuinely surprised me. And on top of that, Toby somehow has this talent to also use like crappy plugins and stuff and make them sound great. It's like it was one of the inspirations for me actually getting FL Studio in the end, I think. It's like he can use it and he can make stuff of it, and it's like, oh, I might as well try, and here I am. Hello. So it's very inspiring looking back at it, and the fact one person made this also programmed the damn game. The most impressive thing of it was that it's one person plus an artist called Timmy. And there's all these different secrets and dialogue. It's just wow. It's amazing. Yeah, and much like Toho, it's just very impressive. It's just almost shocking as well. It's crazy. Trying to think what else there is. The story is good as well. I found it genuinely interesting. It's a shame we couldn't save. Spoiler, but a shame we couldn't save Asriel at the end, because after he wants a hug, it's like, oh my god, I want to take him home. And it won't let you. So thanks, Toby. You broken my heart. You bastard. As that aside, I just found it very fun to watch, and after I saw the playthrough, and as YouTube does anyway, recommendations, I think it started to recommend me like some secrets from that. Like secrets from the game itself, where some were discoverable and others weren't. And these secrets are just so fascinating, much like the Witcher 3's secrets had. It's like things waiting to be discovered, things that haven't been discovered. There's like so many different things that it's just mind blowing. And the epic boss music and fight at the end is like, oh my god. It's easily my favourite track of the entire soundtrack. Believe it or not, Megalovania is one of my less favourable soundtracks. It's good, but it's not that good. Seriously. But Hopes and Dreams was amazing. I genuinely loved that. It does almost bring a tear to my eye because it's so epic and also just emotional. It's got hints of both. Yeah, like that's pretty much symbolises the game. It's like epic and emotional. Trying to think what else there is to say. I don't know. Like when I heard about Deltarune as well, I was quite excited. To be honest, like, wait, is it Deltarune that got me into it? That can't be right. When was Deltarune Chapter 1? Deltarune Chapter released it. 2 chapters in 2018, 2018. What? Okay, maybe it was 2018 because I remember Deltarune coming out at the same time. And I could be thinking like, what the hell? How's there a second game? And oh yeah, like that was it. Jim Sterling, that channel. There's a controversy about Deltarune. I just looked into it. I didn't know about the game. So I was curious what's going on. That somehow led me to Undertale, I think, and looking at a playthrough of playing the game myself. And yeah, I really liked it. I liked both games. I think that's it though. I don't really think of anything else to say about Undertale. It's just an amazing game with so much detail. It's one of the few games I would celebrate even though I've not played it. There's just so many things going for it, and it's one of those games that should stand as a perfect example of a good video game. Because it appealed to a lot of different people, not just people like Jacksepticeye, but so many other different people, different interests and stuff, and it's probably quite accessible as well, knowing really how others got along with it. It's not like you need to learn something, you literally just play it and learn as you go along. It's like progressive, and like the pacifist genocide route. Like that was an interesting gimmick. That's kind of what put me in, because it's kind of into like dark storytelling like that. It's like you could choose two different paths, and yeah, and that was a nice twist. Well, nice twist, but it's an interesting twist rather than nice. That made it different from all the others. In The Witcher 3, you're often playing the hero, and that kind of gets boring. And even though you can choose to be evil in some instances, it's not really that frequent. Meanwhile, you could just kill everyone, almost everyone in the genocide route of Undertale. And also, like the sparing mechanic as well, I have to make note of. It's just so unique because, again, most games focus on, oh, let's kill this enemy. But here it's like, oh, you can spare this enemy. Okay, sure. But that turned out in its favour. No other game was doing that. Given some of the most popular games at the time are still like Battlefield and stuff, it's like, yeah, that's a good pace breaker. It's a good way to get away from the gory shit and still experience a whole other type of game. There's nothing else to say other than happy 10-year anniversary. I can't believe we've been married that long. I guess the last thing I could say is woof woof. Woof woof woof.